Join us today as we trim this root over rock Trident maple. Alright, welcome back everybody. So this is that root over rock Trident maple that I grew, oh geez, this is about 10 years ago, about, give or take. I gotta look at the data, but this is what I grew with Lindsay Shiba in one of our AMA classes. This is one of those basalt rocks we found out in near Baker, California. Just go collect it. This was one of his Lindsay's nursery stock root over rock projects. This is one of the ones that I think this is the one I actually did by my own as practice. That it grew in the ground for about, good lord, yeah, about 6 years, and then I let this grow straight, got it in the ground, put it in the pot, kind of refined the roots a little bit. Did this trunk chop, excuse me. Last year, I sealed it pretty well. You can see it's a little die back here, but I got a really amount of good explosive growth. Now we can see, if you look carefully, it's actually started budding. So what I'm gonna do in this really quick video is to go back and select the lines for this particular tree. Get it back down to like, if I let these go, they're gonna like knuckle up. I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna select one or two of these branches to take over. And then let it take off again, let it grow, kind of get these main branches set, and then we can start refining that top a little bit. Okay, so let me turn this camera around and let's get going. All right, here's this glorious tree. Let me back up just a little bit. There we go. So it cauterized itself a little bit here. We got some really good branching. This is the front, probably. This is exactly where the front is. Most likely this is a good keeper. A lot of these branches will need to go. Like this branch that's going into itself, I'm gonna make sure I cut it really clean. Okay. Stop all this knuckling. I'm gonna cut this branch off. Cut that branch. That may be a keeper. I'm gonna cut it there. There's a node right there that might work. Or I can take one of these and kind of take off. So I'm gonna just cut it kind of raw right now. And see this area, let me zoom in really quick. That's the area that you can be really worried about, because if you don't like pay attention to this area, it will eventually like knuckle. That's something you do not want to occur. So pretty much any branch that is like growing out really long nodes like that, I'm just gonna remove it for now. I'm not even thinking about it. If this is my front, this was my front, I need something that's pointing to the side, preferably something down already with a low node. So I'm gonna start just going in and that's not a bad branch. And I'm just gonna select down to 1. So right now I'm just kind of identifying the ones I want. All right. I say out of all those are my two. I'm looking for the one with the shortest end of note. That one's better. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna use either a conge cutter or one of these spherical cutters to just clean up this mess a little bit. And then of course I'm gonna seal it as best as I can. That's an old wound. So I'm gonna just don't want to have this giant knuckle come out. That's the thing I'm trying to prevent. We're going to seal this up. Cool. There it is. Okay. That's a keeper. I think one there. Something's gonna have to go there. Okay, out of these spots, I have to take it down to 1, 2. So this is gonna be in the back, so it's not gonna be very noticeable. So, see, these are really close. I'm gonna choose something here. I'm gonna choose something here, just so they kind of spread that out a little bit. Of course, you can go in and just kind of clean all this growth out. What's this rule? It's a really long node. Okay, that one's gonna go. Got down to my 1. Pretty well. It's also back, no one sees it. Looks good. That means this entire chunk is going. Not even worried about that. something on here. I'll take this all off. I don't need this. All right. That's the tough part. I'm gonna keep this one. I think that one's not a bad spot. This one's not a bad spot. So all these will go. That one will go. That one will go. That one will go. I'm gonna shorten that eye. I could carve, so this, later this spring, I'm gonna carve this one away till we get to this area. This is gonna, this guy's nose too long. It's not needed. Okay, the question is, do I want this or this one? I think this one's a better line. I'm gonna let this kind of thicken up here, strengthen this whole area. Eventually, I'm gonna use that as my new leader. So I'm gonna let that grow out as a constellation prize. That's really the leader I'm probably gonna grow out eventually. This is a little long, but I can cut it back. All these, I'm gonna let it just elongate a little more. I'm gonna put some wire on all these. Just a little longer. Gonna let these kind of grow out. I think that's it for now. I'm gonna seal this let me seal all these really quick. The forbidden putty. The reason why I'm doing it now is it's leafing out. I should have done this in the winter time or late fall, but just ran out of time. Make sure you seal all your cuts. A lot of cuts on this guy right now. Alright. Maybe that's all I can do for this guy today. It's more growing out. So here it is so far. Cut out all the branches that I didn't need. Got down to my new leader. I'm gonna grow this out just to thicken this section up, and then eventually I'm gonna cut it back really hard and use this as my new leader eventually. So that's kind of the game plan. I'm gonna let these things grow up, just elongate, and then I'm gonna wire them, give them some movement down here, kind of get them positioned where I need to be. And then later this spring, I'm gonna cut this a little further back because this is pretty much dead up here. There's no growth up here to support it. So I'm gonna get it down to about here to get this nice taper and trying to get that taper back. But that's pretty much it. Deciduous material grown this way takes a while to get that shape and movement down right. So this is like a long-term project. So don't think this is kind of done like in a couple years. This is like a couple decades probably work to get it like a nice canopy where I want it to be. But that's the price we pay for playing with deciduous. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.